Namo Himalaya. So, Divine Vibrators, today it is the lunar eclipse. I hope it's taking place in your side, and this is a daytime in my country. Hope you're all fasting, chanting some mantra, the moon mantra, Om Som Somaya Namaha. I will pin it in the first comment so that you can chant it. Especially, I want you to chant during the time period of, to be precise, 11:25 a.m. to 1:25 p.m. in Indian Standard Time. So please convert using the time converter zone. Anyways, so divine vibrators, how are you all feeling? Is your frequency aligned to the state of enlightenment, staying calm, such that you are not flying or you are not taken away by the mind, especially? Today, we are going to talk about the breakup of any relationship you had, or you're undergoing such kind of a pain. All right. To be honest with you, the real truth, the harsh truth is that if a relationship seems like it is in a breaking mode, which means that it's going to break, obviously. And it's part of the plan that you have signed, or how do you call it, as the execution of the program, the data sent by the card. So, for some reason, it is taking place. I know it's hard for you to digest these words when you hear that it is going to break. You might have thought that I'm going to give you some kind of solutions to patch up the relationship which is about to end. But what if I tell you this relationship came into your life zone to teach you something and have to move on. You cannot sit in the same standards. You have to improve. Look into the zone, into the areas where you have to really work on. If you are not complete, if you are not feeling the completeness, if you are not self sufficient, might be that relationship is trying to teach you that you are independent, you are the one, you are the whole, you have to feel the wholeness, you are a complete person. Since you are feeling the dependency for everything on the other side, the partner, so-called partner in your life, they are here to teach you something. This relationship will end in this way, and you have to learn the lesson. Else what will happen? Else you will be manifesting the same kind of relationship into your life, and that will also end up in the same way that this program got executed. Have you ever witnessed? If you have n number of relationships and that is not working for you, this is the main aspect of your breakup. You are not learning what you need to learn. Until you learn, the karmic deposit or the program will always come into the loop mode, and again and again it will pop up into your life to teach you something. But what the human mind will sense is that, okay, this relationship is about to end. Let me turn to the next person and become a full dependent on that person, and that lesson is not being taught, and now again you will be put into the breakup situation. It can happen in any kind of relationships, before the wedding or after the wedding. Always do remember, if your partner cheats on you, it is the inner work that you have to learn. Number one is the patience. Number two is that you have to declutter from that certain partner. I mean, the relationship that you're holding. You know, it is my husband, it is my wife, it's my boyfriend. So that kind of a contact, that kind of a cord, you need to cut it. Once if you start cutting the cord, then you will manifest the true, real, specific person in your reality. The breakup situation always should make you to remember that this person came to my life, taught me something, and left the space. The time is over, and now they are getting to their own trade and they're going to live by. Just say bye. Time will heal. Step into the Mother Nature. She is there with unconditional love. See, you are not practicing the unconditional love. You are practicing the matrix love. The matrix love is what you are going to be dependent fully, completely in a matter of body conscious or mental conscious. For whatever terms, you are dependent on that person. You forgot that you are the one who is inside. You have to feel the completeness. You are secure. Doesn't mean that you're going to hold a relationship and that is the security for your entire rest of your life. You should feel the security. You have to surrender. You have to focus in which is the permanent thing that needs to be focused on. But most of us doesn't do that. We all end up in a relationship, a bloody nasty relationship that could be in the past or in the present that actually teaches you something. I tell you, this is the truth. It teaches you something. It will build you. It will show you that you are more powerful than you thought. You are sticking to your body, to your identity. What if it happens to your friend and now you are just observing? That time you will be able to respond exactly what it is meant to be. Now you cannot. Why? Because you are sticking to the identity, whatever the name, the character, the body that you own, which is absolutely temporary. It's not permanent. Your mind tricks you and puts you into the situation of going and begging to the relationship just to continue it. But I tell you something, begging and having a relationship will not last long. It may look like it's pure, it's good running, but in the long run, it will not run. They get cheated off at some point because why they do not like to be in companionship with you, and if you don't understand and leave the space for them to move on, the God will do it for you. But it's going to be a rude awakening. That's how I call it, a rude awakening. Do you want a soft wake up call from my side or a rude awakening from God's side? Because God loves you. Now you may ask, it's okay, I'll have this nasty relationship as long as I will get rid of myself. But that's not the truth, my dear. You will not get rid of completely because you know the mind tricks you and puts you into that zone. But God knows about you completely, that you are such a loving person. You need a person who truly completely loves you with unconditional love, and this is not the person who will give you what exactly you need. It may seem that he or she is giving you what you want, because wanting is always different from what you need. So God exactly knows what you need in this life birth. So allow him to play. You don't take the accountability for anything that happens in your life. It is either the credits or the accountability. Don't do that. Just keep surrendering. The right person will appear, but you are not emptying your cup at all. Now you don't say me that I cannot live without this person. There are many people in this world saying in those words, and but the time heals, they move on. You will also be one among in that. Today it may feel that the entire world has shattered off. I know. I can understand. I can feel it. That is why I am telling you, in the mode of God, my dear lovable soul, you are already inside God. Just the reflection that you're seeing outside in terms of a boy or a girl, if you're going to get attached, or you expect something that is going to happen a very big way to feel the love, which is not actually the real one. You are with the God, you are one with the God. You should feel complete. feel my unconditional love, throw the unconditional love. If you are the unconditional love, leave the person and walk into the path of the unconditional love. For sure, you will meet a person, or if not, that's completely okay because you're complete within yourself. Why do we expect something external affairs that makes you to feel that you are complete, you are secured, you are loved, you are beautiful, whatever it means? Always stay positive, stay loved. Never forget the Mother Nature is there. She is holding you. What else you want? From there, we pick the fruits, the veggies, everything, the water, our building, everything is made up of Mother Nature. If she is not allowing to dig, from where do we get all the raw materials for the building? So be grateful for that. Be grateful for the relationship that you have been so far. They have given you many lessons, they have given you many cherishing moments. Just leave it in the past and come to the present. If you stay in the present, there is no data of having a relationship at all because now you are in the present. Where is the relationship? So stay in the present and move on. Maybe it's hard for you when I say it, but for sure it will work. If it works for many, why not you then? Allow them to go. Allow them to go. It's okay if you cry, sit and cry, but not for a couple of days or something. Nothing is permanent, my dear. Nothing is permanent. It's all just an illusion. Just pass by, just have the experience and leave it on. Don't ownership of any experience that this is mine, and that's when the problem starts. This 2025, for about 2012, we all entered the photon belt. So the light, the dark, everything is coming into a fierceful force of energy into the planet. And if you are going to be entangled in a situation of relationship handling, you cannot see the light. You cannot see who you are. You cannot find out who you are. Why do you come here? What are you and where are you up to? You cannot recognize. So for that, we have the 5 points. And number one is the meditation. It will not completely shut off your mind. It takes some time to reach that level. Doesn't mean that if you're going to sit and meditate for hours and hours, you will not reach the state. You will reach the state, but in order for the beginners, the mind will not completely shut off, but the mind will come under your control. Actually, you are under the control of your mind, that you're getting drifted away by the past or the relationships and stuff that. Alright, so you have to sit and meditate. No matter whatever happens in your life, meditation will always keep you secured. Remember this. This is the connection that you can connect within yourself. And number two is the compassion state. This is the God's quality. So this quality should be there. So if someone else is leaving your path, allow them with unconditional love. Show them compassion and just leave them. That's the God's quality. He or she does not, the God does not cry that if you are not seeing him or if you're not feeling gratitude towards him. He's not crying, right? He is just a mode of compassion, a full package of compassion. So develop that quality inside yourself and you will feel the godliness, the God's power within you. And number three is the power of now. If you are not staying in the present, you will not know how to handle or not knowing how to navigate this third dimension life program, because this is absolutely a game. If you are drifted away by the mind games, the tricky games that you are entangled with, if you're not staying in the present, that's a problem. If you need solutions, come back to the present mode. And number four is the power of surrender. Number five is the power of gratitude. Ever you feel that I cannot tap into the present mode, just tap into the gratitude mode. Send your gratitude even for the relationship that you had previously. Even if it's not a good one, just send them. I'm grateful to have this relationship, my God. And then immediately you will surrender. As soon as you surrender, you will have the n number of solutions, because as far as the human mind can sense only up to or two or three or five, you know, it's like a very narrow n number of solutions. But when it comes to the God mode, he can do anything, right? He can just invert your situation into any kind of reality. So if you want that, you have to stay in the present. So by sending gratitude, you will tap to the surrender mode, then to the present state. So these 5 points you have to practice. Practice. Take every experience in this life world towards the path of the enlightenment and cut the life death cycle, the reincarnation. Okay, just cut the cord of the reincarnation and fly with colors, the one with the God. So, oneness with the light, share your light. Never ever dim your light for anything. This is absolutely illusion, just a Maya. Namo Himalaya.